everyone, welcome to Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. I'm Laura Lynn. This is Weekend Project and we are working on a scrap buster that I literally spent 4 very long days cleaning up my stuff because I had literally storage bins full of colors. So I had like a storage bin big of purple and orange, red and pink, grays and blacks, whites and tans, browns and yellows, greens and blues, all sorts, literally a bucket pretty much for each color. And it was just getting too much. So really just nip in there, scrap the bust, do something with the fabric besides let it sit there, right? So I pulled from my bin that I got for my 2.5-inch strips of all the stuff. I mean, I took every color that I could from whatever I can get 2.5 inches out of, I took a bit out of. So when I collected it, so I thought, okay, you know what? My mom has a really good friend of hers, and unfortunately her husband has that word cancer. So I offered to make a quilt for him, and I thought what better way than to scrap bust with what I've got and use some blues and greens. So I thought, let's do a log cabin idea, which is it's out there, so it's not like this is new or anything, but make it so it kind of looks like a spiral with the blues and the greens if I can. So I have a lot of different colors to play with because of the scraps. So I just was like, you know, do a couple of these. So I've done 6 blocks already. Some are a bit light, some are dark. Some are mixing between the light and the dark because I want it to vary. I have lots of light colors left. So on its way like down the quilt or across the quilt or what have you, it's going to go in a shade or a mix or something. I'll plan it all out once I get all the 12 blocks done. So using a 4-inch square for the center and your 2.5-inch strips, you're just kind of frame it around in a log cabin fashion until you have the size you want. So I came up with 14 instead of 12 just because I figured that would be a bigger way to get the quilt done a little bit faster. And if I did 12 blocks, it, you know, seems almost like boom, done, you're in. So I'm making those. Okay, so put that back there. And these are the other 6 centers that I have to work with. I chose to be continuous with the, you know, the few blues and then the dark blues and then the, you know, green with a pattern and then a solid green sort of thing. So we'll just go from there. Obviously I've done all the blue ones. I just picked. So you want to work your way from side to side. So I'm going to do it so it attaches on this side to you. So like it'll be on this side to me, right? Okay. So what I want to do for that one, it's better sometimes to even just have one out here so I don't want to do a mess up, right? Okay. So I want to go that one right there on that side. So it's opposite to what I've got in my hand. So I've got a green in my hand, so I want to do a blue. And this is where I can choose from the lights, the darks, the mediums, what have you. Let's go with a light one because we're working way for lights and darks. And this is what I want is 4-inch. I could have pre-cut everything, but I just want to show you how you just kind of pick from your scrappy pile and go with it. So I need this one to be 4 inches because it's going next to my 4-inch center square, okay? So straighten this out a smidgy here. Okay, just cut off 4 inches. You can do them all at the same time or do one at a time, which is exactly what I'm doing. So why was that not 4 inches? Clearly, Smash is already wrong today. I was not drinking last night, I swear. Okay, let's measure this again. Here, I know this width is 4 inches. All right, I think I must have measured 5. Okay, so this we want to attach to this side. Make sure you got your patterns in order if there are any. These are just happens to be 2 solids together, so do a little back stitch. Use a neutral thread. I think I got cream in the top and tan in the bottom. You know, go crazy if you want. Okay, so the next piece you want to do is the one on the top. So if you're working with this green center, you want a green top, okay? So we're going to make sure we have, let's say this color looks good. And that, of course, we want to be 6 inches. So because you add your 2.5 and your 4, you need 6, okay? So measure that up, measures exactly 6 inches. So you want to make sure your green piece is 6 inches. Well, what are you doing there, feline? You can get your tail rolled over. Cat chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just double checking. Clearly I already made one cut wrong. Let's not do that again. And then just line her up. And we'll do a press after this one, okay? Either to the dark or open, whatever it is that makes you happy. Okay, so let's get over here to the iron machine. There we go. And that's forming its shape. Okay, so now what we want to do is on the bottom, which is blue, we want to add that because this is working its way around this way, and this is working its way around that way. Okay, so we want to pick a blue, not the same color as we did on the side. We want to pick a different one. So let's pick a little dark one here. And of course, we need that one again at 6 inches because we're just doing it on the bottom. Okay, makes it really easy. You kind of got 2 of 6 inches of the blue and the green, 2 at 8 inches of blue and the green, 2 at 10 inches for the blue and the green, and 2 at 12 inches for the blue and the green. And Bob's your uncle, you're done. I know I say that, but really. Okay, so do the 6. And we'll put that on the bottom. Okay. I was going to show you how to do 2 at a time, but I think I'll just show you how to do 1. And you get the gisties. Okay, so now we have it that way. So the piece on the side here, we need to make it so it's green. Yes, is that right? No, it's blue. Sorry. Yes, it's blue. Okay. So we need to pick another blue. And this measures out at 8 inches. Okay. Let's give that a little press. Okay. And I've got a mix of flannels and cottons and I think it's a little bit of, polyester cotton mix. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to mess up because, oh, I want to take off the pinking sheared edge. I don't ever include that when you're for seam allowance. Don't include that pinking sheared edge. Okay, so this here, so this, and yeah, this needs to be blue. Okay, so we'll pick a lighter tone, and that needs to be 8 inches. Okay. Cut that right there and pop it on the bottom. Okay, and then you'll see how it's going to work its way. Do you see how it's like do? That adds that, and then this we'll add a green on the top here. Okay, you'll see it comes together. I was actually just searching via Pinterest, a great place for ideas, and saw one very similar to it. It had just 2 solid colors though, like it had a green and a purple or something like that. So I thought, well, I could still use this shades, but just like really bust my scrap here sort of thing, put a big dent in it. And knowing it was good for going for a good cause sort of thing, someone who needs an extra cuddle, because everybody could use an extra cuddle, couldn't they? Yeah, I bet. Big hugs. Okay, so now we need to do, so if we put it up to against this one, we need to make sure we're doing the one down the side here on this side, which needs to be green, okay? So we know already that's going to be 8 inches. So we pick a green, very similar, but not exactly like these 2 we've already chosen. We'll pop a bit of light on there, so that's going to come down on this side. Actually, you know what, yeah, we'll do this one. There we go. So we know we need that 8 inches. Mark it, trim it, sew it, go. If you cut it all the way through. There we go. Okay. Don't mind the hair. I went to bed with wet hair last night. It's a little crazy. Don't care. It's his hair. All All right, we're slowly building up this block. It only takes a few pieces when you think about it. It's really, you know, you're square and two pieces on one side and you're square and 3 pieces on the other, and like it's done. And that's why I think it could be easy to do a few in a row. I did the lighter set. I did the darker set, each one individually, and of course I messed up on every single block as I was doing it. So, you know, that's what the seam ripper's for. It's your best friend. And then, but the second, when I did the 3, I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm getting in the feel of it. So, all right, so there, put it up against that one. So we have, no, that's the wrong way, dum-dum. Okay, there we go. So what we need to do is our top and our bottom. So we need our bottom one to be green and our top one to be blue at 10 inches. That's what it should measure out at, and that's what it is, okay? So we need a blue. So is that 10 inches? Oh, just shy. Okay. We'll use this one, okay. So we need a blue and a green at 10 inches. So let's find a green. Is that a little too bright yet? I wasn't even sure if I should include that in the pile. I was like, because I don't want to blind the man. I would like him to enjoy the quilt. Do I have this green in there already? Yeah, here, but that'll be on the other side, so it'll be okay. I just didn't want them the same color touched against each other. I know it's completely opposite to what I found on Pinterest, but you know, that's the way I am. I'm crazy that way. Got to be inspired by anything, right? Okay, so now we're going to put the blue along the bottom edge here. Okay, I'll flip it so you can see it. Okay, so we're going to put the blue one down here and then the green one across the top, okay? And then we'll work on the other sides. And then we'll do the 12s. And that's that. Don't forget to give it a little press. I know I tried to speed it up via camera wise just so, because I know you guys got things to do and don't want to sit and watch me sew all day. Unless that sounds really fun, because I really do sew all day. Pop a cam over there. Just say hi, have tea, do a little FaceTime. Okay, now we're going to put the green one along the bottom, okay? Can you see how it's doing this little spiral, and then the blue is doing its little spiral, okay? And if you need to pop a few pins as it gets a little bigger, sometimes it's, you want to make sure your corners are matching up, especially if you're trying to keep the block as square as possible, making sure you have that 6-inch, the 8-inch, the 10-inch, the 12-inch, right? And then you always can use a nice big ruler to square it out. But they pretty much were pretty good for the 14 inches in the end, so. And I thought that was a good size. So I'm hoping he likes it. I'm having fun making it. All right, so now we needed, oh, well, we already got those two. Oh, look at me, already ahead of the game. So now when we turn it this way, we need to continue the green down this side and the blue up this side. So, and that should, like I say, should measure out to be 12 inches. So we need a blue and a green at 12. So now we'll use this green. And we'll use, do we have the darker blue yet? No, we'll use the darker blue if I can find a bigger piece. There we go. This was actually left over from this quilt right here behind me. It was the cotton candy quilt. The reason why I say that, I've said this before, is because when I was long arming it, I kept calling it the candy cane quilt. Oh my gosh, and I still can't get it right. Anyways, it's not a candy cane quilt. It's a cotton candy quilt. All right, so line that up. So you got your 12. Ooh, that's just on the blue. Perfect. Okay. Now we want the blue along the bottom. It's always going to be touching the next color, because you wouldn't add it to the blue up here. It's just going to look a little weird. So you would keep that spiral effect. You're always adding it to the color that's, the next color. So if you're using the blue and the green, right? And now you could scrap another bust-in quilt of like pinks and oranges and pinks and purples, I think. So maybe I'll do that and make it a quilt of valor. So for all those females and women who serve our country too. All right, now green on the other side. Do. Do 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 do. Almost done. And then we'll press. I know you're watching me. I watch you. Okay. And that, we need to add 2 more pieces. That is it. Okay. Do. All right, so now that we have this, we need 2 more pieces just to furnish up the top. Actually, no, we need 1 more piece, I'm sorry, because part of this is already 14 inches and the other part is only 12 inches. So what I was thinking is that if you have the blue as the center, you should have blue at 3 sides when you finish. So we have a blue here and a blue here, so I need to put a blue up here instead of the green. And the same as with if you're thinking with the green center, okay? See how the green has 3 sides on the outside? That just helps finish the spiral, or at least to me anyways, okay? So now we want to make sure, because this is a green center, we're gonna, oops, sorry, I had the blue, but anyways, the green center, so we need to make sure that we have a green as the last piece for green sides, right? So we want to make sure we're going over here. So this top right here is where we're gonna add our green piece at 14, okay? Yes. Now what color do we want that to be? I don't think we should go for that bright one. I think we should just ixnay that one out. I don't want that one to, oh, do I have 14 on this? No. Oh, there we go, there we go. Add a little touch of dark from the center, there we go. Pop it all back together. And then that's 1 block done. And just keep plugging away. I've got 5 more after this one. And then the quilt is done, and I'm hoping to quilt it up on a long arm Wednesday. So maybe not this week, but maybe next week. Okay, so where did I want to make sure I was going this across the bottom, touching the blue, that's right. Okay. And then a press, and that's done. And I'm just gonna keep busting away on my scrappies here. Showing them who's boss. Me. Make some quilts at you. There we go. There we go, okay? That's our block done. So just like this one, and like I said, I'm gonna do it in a little dark to light sort of fashion on the quilt as I'm putting the blocks together. I'm gonna lay them all out. I'm gonna lay all 12 of them out first before I even put any placement. So, I mean, I've got a mix of some darks and some lights, and I don't want it to look I don't want it to look tacky. I want it to look nice and cohesive and consistent, and maybe I'll match some darks together and the points or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. So, I mean, there's hundreds of layouts, I'm sure. Well, really, when you just twist it one way or the other, you only have so many, but I'm sure I could figure out some, or even put even a little tiny border around each one. You know, put some sashing in between, make it a little bit bigger. You know, you never know. If the 14 inches isn't big enough to do, you know, your 3 across and your, 4 down, then, you know, make it just, or put a border around it. You never know. So thank you very much for watching this weekend project. We really appreciate it here at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed. Between the Thursday night and the Friday morning of just a couple of days ago, we hit over 1,000. Like, seriously, people. I didn't even think that many people knew me. And I'm so happy. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm going to get all the clips. So thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.